it's showtime now. Yeah, so happy Independence Day. July 4th of 2023, and I have not gone live in apparently 6 months, so that's a thing. It took me a minute to figure out how to make this whole machine go. So if you're not out there watching fireworks, and I'm sure that there have been many shows by now, and maybe they're over, I have not heard any explosions in the last, 30 some minutes. I am so pleased that July 4th falls on a Tuesday, so I could just do my Tuesday update on the 4th of July. And if you haven't figured it out by now, I really like the numbers of certain dates, and that's actually how I give myself very interesting arbitrary deadlines. And that's actually how I get a lot of my creative work done, is that I just fixate on a number and a date, and I think, oh, I definitely want to publish on this date, or I definitely want to have something done by that particular number of that particular month. It works really well, actually. So what have I been working on? I have started a musical project with my friend Michael, and he is a songwriter and has been working on his songs for 20 some years and has all of these harmonies that needs somebody to sing. And so I have been learning how to sing proper harmony. Finally. After all these years. And it's not as easy as you might think, kitty. Yeah. I wish I could press pause. I don't think you can do it that way. I think if you press stop, it just stops the whole stream, then you start over, so there's no real pausing. So let's have a look at what's happening with where I'm streaming. So I am let's see, I'm over, let's see if it's even streaming. Is it streaming? Is this working? Let's have a look. Streaming supposedly on YouTube and Twitch. So yeah. So what's going on over here? What is going on over here? Oh no, I guess it's working. Okay, so it's working on Twitch. Is it working on YouTube? It's hard to say. Maybe? Possibly? Maybe? Maybe? Oh, come on. It says it is. On Restream it says it's streaming on YouTube. Let me see. Okay, let's try this little link over here. How about this one? Yes? No? Yes? Maybe? I think the answer is yes. Okay. Yeah, I think the answer is yes. Okay, good. So let's get rid of that. And I think I might even go into a little bit of a chat mode, which I never really do, and largely because it's really hard to broadcast and monitor your own stuff and then also monitor comments all on one screen, and I don't have two screens set up for that kind of thing just yet because it's been 6 months since I live streamed last time, and I had a hard time getting my camera to work. I actually had to change out the camera to another one that happened to be in the house. So here's the status of my musical project. So I was actually at Michael's house last night and we were rehearsing, and we were talking about songs and musical projects, and I was talking about how earlier this year, me and another friend were going to do a cover song to figure out what our musical footing was. And it was a song that he had suggested and I don't like to spend a lot of time on cover songs because I have limited time as it is, so I would rather work on original music, whether it's mine or one of my friends, than to spend time on somebody else's songs that I don't even know, unless there's a good reason. And so he had suggested this song because it was a good song to just kind of, it was easy, it's an easy song actually to get our musical kind of footing with each other without having any kind of like common reference point other than to just kind of dive in and get started and see where we are. That, however, never happened. I put the song in my music to-do list, and then that whole project kind of like just crashed and burned, and then I could not bear to take it off of my music to-do list. So this last week I started to work on it and realized just how easy of a song it actually is to harmonize on. And then I took it to Michael's last night and I said, we should actually do the song because it's, one, it's really easy, and two, I'm still going to do my job. Like I said I was going to do the song, so I'm still going to do the song. So, yeah, so that was, I guess, of this year. So it's been, I think, almost 9 years that I've been talking with Mike about working with him on music. And it, only just this year is like really starting to happen because I'm making it happen. And then the other one was very new. That was like an idea that was dreamed up with my friend since last summer. And it was really just a very new idea. And I think that we haven't been friends long enough to feel comfortable enough to actually like, I don't know, explore the music. I don't know, working on music with somebody, like you really gotta trust them emotionally to be able to work on music. It's not an easy thing. You really gotta feel like you can be whatever you are, like whatever your limitations are, whatever your strengths are, whatever your weaknesses are as a musician, or as an instrumentalist or a vocalist, all the things that you are in whatever capacity. Like for me at least, it's really important to feel like I can work with the person because they're kind and they're not going to be overly critical, or maybe they're going to be, they can offer critique, but it's an honest and constructive one, and it's helpful and not just mean. People can be mean with music. It's a little bit weird, but so anyway, I think that's my long convoluted explanation as to why project number 2 did not happen this year and maybe may not ever happen, which is sad. And then the other project that has been years and years and years in the making, I think it's just going to go up in smoke. I think it is quite possibly on the funeral pyre as we speak. Which I have all kinds of mixed feelings about. So so that's it. So three different music projects, and so then I was talking to Mike about it last night, and I said, I still wanted to work on this song, and he's like, well, which musical project is the affair? Because that's how music projects are, and it's so weird. And I was like, well, I mean, so the one with Mike has been like 9 years in the making of actually like following through on it. So that's definitely one that takes precedence. The one that's just within the last year obviously is lower in the ranks, and the other one is almost 20 years old, and there's a lot of recordings, and then there's been a lot of investment in working with that songwriter, and unfortunately I think it's just not ever going to make it off of our computer hard drives. So, or maybe not, I mean, I could be still surprised, but yeah, so suffice to say, working on music is a lot of hard work. It's hard work musically, but it's also hard work with relationships and trusting the people that you're working with and like being able to grow in those relationships as a musician and as an artist. And I've been really enjoying working on harmonies for somebody else's songs because, one, it removes me from the songwriting process almost entirely, which is like a huge relief because it's very emotionally taxing, or at least it can be. And it's just nice to kind of take a few steps back and be like, okay, like I don't need to worry about the writing process. I just need to focus on my voice and focus on how to get this right. And that's it. Like, I don't need to, and I just need to like follow directions of how he wants his songs to be, and I don't have to worry at all about the writing. And there was part of me that's just like, wow, like, are you really okay with that? I'm like, yeah, actually, it's a relief. It's really nice to just let go of all the other stuff, the songwriting, the lyric writing, the meaning, all of the things. Just all I have to do is focus on my voice and hitting the right notes and exploring that my range goes from C3 to G5 and maybe a C6 on a good day, but that's kind of pushing it. And I feel liberated, really, to just focus on the voice part, and I don't have to worry about any of the other things. I mean, I am still writing my own songs, and I think, do I even want to perform them? I mean, I will, but I'm so content to be a studio musician at this point. Like, I could just be a studio artist. I can just record, finish things up that way. Do I need to perform them? I mean, if I feel like it. It's been a long road to get to that point where I'm really feeling content that that's the outcome of my music journey. Just I copyright them, have nice recordings, maybe I perform them, or maybe I just play them at my parties that I host, where I get to be the one of the featured artists and hopefully the bartender as well, because that's a whole lot of fun. And that's a dream I dreamed up a couple years ago, and I told one of my friends about it, and he was just like, "You're gonna bartend at your own like art gallery opening?" I'm like, yeah, because why not? Like, why not be the person that's actually doing all of the things and having a good time and being kind of like the center of attention in a different way? It's like if you're still the center of attention, but yet you're like removed from the center of attention because you're still in service. I don't know, it seems like a pretty fun thing to do. So I just thought of that today. Forgot about it, actually, completely. So, well, yeah, so I guess that's my update. My update is mostly about music. I have done a little bit of photography and video. I've actually been writing very short essays, I would say 5 to 1,200 word essays. I'm working on my literary form, which I went back, yesterday I went back through essays I wrote earlier last year, and I was just like, oh, they're so bad. So I pulled them back up and batched them with a couple other ones, and thought, okay, well, maybe it's time to like actually revise this little small collection into something that's a little bit more refined. So that's also the thing that I've been working on, is the literary writing, the personal essay, like how to talk about sustainability and climate change and all of the things that we need to be doing socially and as a society through the lens of my personal life and my personal experiences as a theory of change. Culture change is probably one of the hardest things to do, and one of the ways you can do it is to share your own story and share your own experiences and to be an artist about it if you can. And that is actually one of the most excellent ways to advance and create culture change. So that's been the bane, I guess, one of the pillars, I suppose, of my essay writing endeavor is that's one of the reasons, the compelling reasons why I'm doing it too, and then choosing to write about the things that I write about, which is still an exploration and process. And yeah. Right. Happy Independence Day. Yeah, I guess I'll, I don't know. Cheers. German beer, I think. And, yeah, I guess maybe what I'll do is, in this video, in the fine print somewhere below the video, I'll put a couple of links of the things I've been working on, and anything else that seems to make sense to me when I get to that point. And I will work on live streaming from this computer so that it will actually incorporate some of the other slides and images that I have that I don't know why, like, I can't pull some of this stuff up. I think I'm just stuck with fading to black here in a second, which is what I guess I will do. And I feel like I would love to have more to say right now, but I don't. And I will plan to share some music for sure. Maybe I'll even share like some snippets of the harmonies that I'm working on and like how I'm working on them, maybe. But I will definitely share Michael's music, and I will see you soon, I hope. I mean, it's 6 months since the last one, so yeah. All right, have a good summer. Happy solstice, happy 4th of July, happy everything. Enjoy the season and stay safe and breathe well. All right, cheers.